What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ant, and I have the lovely
Julie.
And we are back at it. This is day 21 of Vlogmas. 4 more days, and we have completed our journey. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, crazy.
Today, we have a treat for you. We have another video. And this right here is something she stumbled across. And of course, she will come up with this challenge because it fits her. You know what I mean? So we have the psychopath test. Are you dating or married to a psychopath? I don't know. These questions will help you determine that. So you make sure you give your partner this test. And after you take the test, you compare your answers. And hopefully you don't have to sleep with one eye open. So baby brought the test up. I guess you found this on where? Like the internet or?
Yeah, it's just one of those personality tests. I actually used to take them all the time. And in my career, we have to take them.
Same.
So every so often. So we have to figure out what type of learner we are. The Myers-Briggs test, personality test, different things like that. So I always find them fascinating to take.
Oh, absolutely.
Just because I feel like they always make sense, and I'm always trying to prove them wrong, but they always come back, and it's like, what? How did it get? I feel
like you never answer it the same way.
Yeah.
In a sense, because some of the questions, they'll ask you the same question 20 different ways. The same question. Have you ever stole something before? When you stole something, did you do this? It'll throw you off. You're like, wait, what? Before you know, you're answering questions like, wait, did I steal? So it throws you off a lot when it comes to the questionnaires that they give you. But it is pretty cool when you get your test results back.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a little scary sometimes too. So this is something that we go through throughout our careers. And tonight we're just like, yo, let's just take another test. Make sure make sure she ain't crazy. You know what I mean?
Actually, I was wanting him to take it. So the personality test that we took was a psychopathy personality disorder. So this test, and I'm reading from my phone. This was developed in 1995 for use of a psychological research. It measures on 2 scales: primary psychopathy. This is the emotional effect, and the secondary psychopathy is the lifestyle. So just like any other personality test, you have to take it, and it's like disagree, strongly disagree, neutral, what is it?
Agreed and strongly agree.
Yeah, so it goes by that, and then you have to put your little dots in. This is only 16 questions, so it was a fairly quick test, but they do use it everywhere. And they still use it. It's a research based. So actually, when we took it, it asked if you want your questions to be submitted to further research, and you can have it submitted. We'll put the link in the
absolutely. We'll put the link in the description so you guys can try that test out. And we want to hear your results. We want to make sure some of our followers and some of our subscribers see if you're psychopaths or not. And if you, listen, we still love you. You know what I mean?
It's actually 26 statements that could possibly apply to you. And Anthony was saying the whole time, this personality test has a lot to do with what test that you take at work.
Oh, so we do a psychological eval. That's something you do when it comes to law enforcement. You take a psych eval. That's pre-employment. You have to take that.
Yeah. So we actually do it in our orientation too for our, not the psychopath one, but we do our tests for new orientation for our office employees. So we give it to them just to see what type of learner they are. And I think it's important, especially dealing with a new hire, their personality traits. So I actually looked up the difference between a sociopath, and a psychopath. And they refer to a sociopath as a hothead. So they're extremely hot-headed. They can blow a gasket at any time. And a psychopath, a psychopath is somebody that's cold-hearted, and they're usually antisocial, they say to themselves, which also sociopath, I'm saying a lot, that's why I'm getting confused, is also they're natural born leaders, they said. So a lot of people that are starting their own companies or their own businesses, they do score high in this test because they psychopaths come off as extremely confident because they don't care about other people's feelings, or they don't, what they'll do to get ahead, is what it says. So a couple of the questions that they asked for, and I'm not going to read them all. But here's one. Making a lot of money is my most important goal. So in your life, is the most important goal making money? And then you answer disagree, neutral. Another one is, I have been in a lot of shouting matches with other people. I often admire a really clever scam. I enjoy manipulating other people's feelings. I feel bad if the words or actions cause someone else to feel emotional pain. I don't plan anything very far in advance. So different questions like that.
Okay. So, now the way they score it is they do a two-part scoring system. So you have the primary, which you mentioned before, and then the secondary.
The primary is the emotional. If you're emotional, if you score high in that, and then the secondary is your emotion or your personality.
Yep. So you put them two scores together, then it has a little chart that it operates off of, and the chart has the secondary and the primary, and then they fill in the little fillers with the how high it goes based off of like your emotions and all that good stuff. So so we took the test. Like Mari would say, the results are in. Not gonna lie, when she read off her numbers, I was a little bit scared because I'm like, we're like, what does this stuff mean? You know what I mean? So tonight I'm just like, should I keep my eye open, whatever. So I was a little nervous, but we did read off our scores and we got our results. You want to tell them yours?
Yeah, so we had to look it up a little bit because the results they give you is a little bit confusing.
Confusing. So there it is.
Confusing.
There it is. Something kick in.
Confusing.
One eye open. One eye open.
So it was a little bit confusing. So we were like, so all right. So this measures on two scales. The scores range from 1 being very low and 5 being high. Okay. So my score from the primary psychopathy has been calculated as 2.2. Which means that's the emotional psychopathy, which means that I show emotion, that I have empathy, when it comes to, getting what I want. Meaning like, what was that one question? Oh, do I feel bad, about putting myself, will I let people down and feel bad about it to get ahead? And I put strongly disagree with that because I don't want anybody to feel bad. So my emotional psychopathy was 2.2.
Which is halfway to 5, basically. So to give you guys a little visual, it's halfway. All right. Mine, my first part was a 1.7, which means it's really low. Meaning I'm good.
Doesn't mean you're good. It means that you don't have emotional psychopathy.
Yeah, it means like I'm less prone to be psycho.
Emotional.
Yeah, emotional and psycho.
So they say psychopaths don't have empathy, which I have empathy. It's not saying that I'm a psychopath. It's saying that I have
You're saying that you're more prone to be a psychopath.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Well, it says 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest.
Yeah, but the first score is calculated. This is your primary psychopath, is saying that I have it's my emotional psychopathy. So it's 2.2, that I have empathy towards others. Okay,
so she's more prone to before she goes psycho, to care for someone, basically.
That I show empathy.
Okay. All right, so what's your second part?
Your second one is calculated as a 1.9. So this is the antisocial aspects of psychopathy. Rule breaking and a lack of effort towards socially rewarded behavior.
What was yours?
1.9.
Okay, well mine was at 1.4, so.
So not that far off.
Yeah.
And we're definitely not antisocial.
No, we're not. Now, this right here, I think this is the most important part when it comes to the percentages, though. So let's get into percentages. The percentages, they break it down 2 parts as well.
Yep.
So they do a primary and a percentage. Then they do the secondary.
Yes.
And it scores you in the top percentage of whatever. So guys, explain. This is important, guys. So pay attention.
Yeah. So So my 2.2, a lack of empathy for other people and tolerance for antisocial orientations. So that 2.2, they said that score for primary psychopathy was higher than 52.93% of people who have taken this test.
So what does that mean?
So
can you elaborate a little bit?
Sure. That I'm borderline psychopath.
I don't know. Okay. Okay.
Then I might have a switch. You know how they say people switch?
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. Don't make me switch.
All right. What? Okay, so hers is almost at 100.
Mine was at 100.
Mine was only 24%. Very low.
Yours is half of mine.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You know what's funny is I was looking this up and it says that men score higher in this than women.
Guess when you sleep in the night. So the second part, tell me your percentage in the second part.
Score for second psychopathy was higher than 20.5% of your people have taken this test, which mean you were kind of similar.
Yeah, I was like 19, I think. Not even. It was like really low, so. But yeah, that was basically it. So the test itself, we recommend you guys to take the test, give it a shot, 16 questions. It gives you a small percentage. It gives you an option to share it to their national database so they can compare the test to other people. You guys should do it.
Yeah, definitely do it because there's a lot of research too on the back end that you can do after the test, because I was just looking up things like really quick before we did the video just to see if I could find out more. And it was interesting, even that one thing about the psychopath. So that's not a disorder. Like you can't go and get diagnosed for being a psychopath.
Yeah.
It's not a disorder. But a lot of people that are psychopaths, they said research shows that they are successful in their businesses.
And she's really successful. So,
I'm not very successful.
No, you're you're very successful.
Well, one of the questions was, and I know that I scored high on this, is when it says that, do you plan it in advance?
Oh, she does.
And I am like crazy. I'll hurt my brain thinking about what I'm going to do next December before I can sleep. And it's just like crazy. And I know it's crazy to think that way. It's like, just relax. But like, I can't stop and think. I have to plan it.
Yes, that's how they do.
What do you mean that's how they do?
I'm saying, like, I'm not saying you.
You said that's how they do psychopaths?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying psychopaths.
Right. I've got a feeling we should have did this test.
I'm saying psychopaths, normally they'll plan ahead. They make sure everything is intact because they know that when they go on a strike, they're going to strike. So this is what they do.
He's not going to be able to sleep tonight.
So I'm not. But thank you guys so much. Pray for me. It's been a blast. Hopefully you guys see us tomorrow. Hopefully you see
4 more days.
Hopefully you see me tomorrow. But guess what? Keep me in prayer. We're going to get through this, and I'm going to try to sleep tonight. But be sure to subscribe, hit the post notification bell, and leave a comment. Leave your comments, and we're going to put the link in the description so you guys can try the test. We want your results.
Yeah, I want to know what your results are. Did you score as high as me?
You probably didn't, because she's in the top percentile.
No, and if you did, maybe you did a little bit more research to find out exactly what it means and things like that.
Yeah.
Than I did. Maybe we can learn about how we can get together and.
All right, guys. I will see you guys. I'm gonna go make a run for it.